matchups in the college football playoffs, as it'll be the Clemson Tigers taking on the Florida Gators. To play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Taylor on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one. Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some. By Beasley. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Gators have taken the early lead. Well, that's something, Charles, that we have seen so much this year from him. A great throw there for the touchdown. And not only did we just see that throw, it makes you think back throughout the season. You talked about it. We've seen it throughout the year. The variety of throws we've seen from him. We've seen every arm angle, different platforms, on the move, in the pocket. Does he have to gun it? Does he loft it? He has all the throws in his arsenal, and he just exhibited one more there for another touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Clemson punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Going up top for Miller. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Bowser. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Jennings busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jennings. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on 3rd down. Bowser flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on 1st down, Taylor. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Clemson punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Bowser. His throw incomplete. winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his right. Going up top for Miller. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Taylor. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So Clemson gets the field goal, and now they're set to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Jennings. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Jennings. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jennings. They find some open field here. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. DeMarcus Jennings, 37 yards. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
6 yards left on 2nd down. This is Jennings. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground. Jennings.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So led by a collective team effort,
days away from the College Football Playoff Championship game, where one of the nation's top quarterbacks will take the field one last time in a Florida Gators uniform. Now, there's no question his career speaks for itself, but you can bet that NFL scout...
Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Florida Gators. Set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. And we are underway in the national championship game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On first down. Ragland, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. On first down, Gregory. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds his man. Complete. That's Robbins.
Offside defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And first down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Gregory. That's caught. Touchdown, USC. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Trojans march it right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Bowser rolling to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship, as it'll be the USC Trojans taking on the Florida Gators. Set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are underway in the national championship game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. He gets away from one. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw. Gregory. He finds his man. Complete. That's Fields. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the day on the distance count.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We're scoreless after 1. To throw on 2nd and 6. Gregory. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on third down. Gregory. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and get enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jennings. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off play action. Bowser. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They're going to run. It's Jennings. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Jennings. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the offense Gators will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Jennings. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 5 now, second and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. DeMarcus Jennings in the final seconds of the first half. And the Gators have jumped out in front. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. This sure would be one heck of a story as the Gators sit just 2 quarters away from a national title. Who's going to celebrate as national champions? 2 quarters to find out as we get set for the final half of the college football season. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They start the drive with Jennings. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Bowser being chased out left. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jennings, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Jennings, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first. First and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll run on first down. Jennings. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Jennings. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Jennings, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. DeMarcus Jennings. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line. And the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The SC offense about set to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Trojans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. To throw on second down. Bowser. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. So start the celebration in Gainesville. For the first time since 2008, the Florida Gators are national champions.